Welcome to rootsdiscovery.com. Today we continue with DNA. How many centimorgans do we share with third cousins? I did the same thing with third cousins that I did with the previous videos I did with second cousins, one times removed, and second cousins. And here we have the represented amounts of the third cousins, with one of them having a range of 33 to 68 centimorgans with an average of 51. The other has a very small range of 75 to 81 centimorgans with an average of 78. And these two studies here are quite different. So again, I'm going to see what my results are and compare them to these. Here are the results for the 143 third cousins that I looked at. On 6 of these, I had no detection. The majority of the matches came between the 10s to the as much as 70s centimorgans, although it still continued on until it finally peaked at 196 centimorgans, where I had one match. What I'd like to do now is compare these third cousin matches on the next slide to the previous second cousin one times removed video that I did, to show how the amount of centimorgans goes down as you get further away from your ancestor. Okay, in contrast with the third cousins, what we see here with the second cousin one times removed is that our amounts of DNA have gone up significantly, where we are now having many matches in the 100s to as much as 160s, where we hardly had any with the third cousins. And instead of having a peak of 196, we have one which is about 100 more. So this is simply because we are getting closer to our common ancestor. Here we're looking at second cousins. Again, we are moving closer to our common ancestor, and with that, we see an increase in the amount of centimorgans shared. What was the average amount of centimorgans shared with 143 third cousins? The answer is 51 centimorgans. So what I did here is I put it in reverse. So we are further away from our ancestor, which is at the third cousin level. Here we share 51 centimorgans. As we move closer to our ancestor, we are at our second cousin one times removed, where we about double the amount of centimorgans with 109. Again, we move closer to our ancestor at the second cousin mark, and once again, we double the amount of DNA at 204 centimorgans. So the difference between a second cousin and a third cousin is the second cousin will share about 4 times the amount of DNA that a third cousin will share.